So anyway, it is the 20, is that the 6th or 7th? 27th, day after so-called Boxing Day. And I'm just out cutting a little bit more wood in the forest, which I, as you know from my previous, I like to try and do. So it's cold, but it's nice. Well, we had an interesting Christmas. I won't go into details, but we had an interesting Christmas. Watched some interesting stuff, like some of the movies that we all like to watch, which tell us a few stories. So I just wanted to make a little clip here, as it's so nice. Again, there's no wind, just nice to get outside, cut a bit of wood by hand, you know, no noise. 2 big bits of wood a day, it's about enough to keep the fire going. And it's only stuff about that thick there, right? It's not really thick, so it's easy to cut it with the old bow saw. But it will be interesting to see what the rest of the week brings. Again, I think we're all learning stuff regularly. Our farmer Jean, he has a stinking cold. Super fit guy in his 70s. I think he's had a cold literally the whole of 2020. Sorry, not 2020, 2022. And then my lovely mate, Del Boy Tatum, Del, one of the greatest guys I know. We found out he passed over at the beginning of the month, and we haven't been able to get hold of him. He lives in Escondido, San Diego, English guy. My mum's best friend's husband, one of the greatest guys I've ever met. And we found out that he had a heart attack. He'd been in hospital, fluid on the lungs, all the usual crap that they're not telling you about. And we know a few people like that, and he keeled over and had a heart attack. But he was 93, but you would never have known it. You would have thought he was in his mid-70s. So the age thing is irrelevant. But a legend in my book. I had a great message from JLT, from Joe Lynn Turner, and he's telling the story as it is, and he's not controlled opposition either, but he's saying it all. I had a great message from him. A lot of this stuff I'm going to start posting on my blog page. So I'm going to be doing a podcast with Sarah, our little Sarah, up north, probably in the next week or so, once we've got this new internet connection. And then also one with Mark, Mr. E, who I think is a legit guy. I don't think he's one of them. You never know though, do you? But still good information and so on. So anyway, it's beautiful out. We're so lucky to be where we are, really. Somebody else is cutting wood, but with a chainsaw. So that's it. I'll try and get these things out before the new year, and then see what comes afterwards. I think the next 2 years are going to be very, very interesting, right across the board. Very interesting. I think in the next 2 years you will see the absolute reality of everything that is going on will come out in the next 2 years. So as I've said many times, buckle up and enjoy the ride.